Hey guys, hello everyone who might just be two people, and that's okay. Um, I am, just so you know, I will be getting up momentarily to do the individual steps that it takes to make macaroni because um, ADHD. Um, and my daughter has her best friend over, and they just came downstairs after taking a nap because Eliana literally did not sleep last night because MCAS. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get them in a minute. But we're talking right now. I'm gonna be working on my allergy list, which I've been working on for a little while, and I needed like a break from doing that because it's a really long list. I'm at 225 so far. Individual allergens, and the reason that I'm doing this is because I've had one too many ER doctors quite literally be like, why did you send that prescription back with the nurse? It doesn't say coconut oil in the ingredients. And I was like, yeah, you know that coconut has something like 300 like alternate names that can be hidden under, right? Um, and then and then he was like, huh? And the nurse was standing behind him, just kind of covering like the bottom half of her face with a clipboard. And then the other one that got me was um, different doctor, same hospital, literally said ethylene hydrochloride. Here's your, prescribed multiple medications that are in on the cross-reactive list because they contain ethylene hydrochloride. I'm talking like entire families and classifications of prescriptions, and that's why I'm limited to the ones that I take. Some compounded, some not. And I had to tell this doctor, like, yeah, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. Tried prescribing a topical for like steroid to help with like my hair changing texture during like fibro flares and whatever, or allergic reactions and everything. And same thing, same thing. Um, that doesn't say ethylene hydrochloride in the ingredients list, and I'm like, yeah, that's the reason I'm allergic to latex. And he was like, what? It's connected to latex? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a list because if I had shown up in any of these hospitals, like unconscious in the back of the wee woo, thank you for subscribing. Um, but if I show up in the wee woo van with the, lights blurring, the lights going and the siren blaring because I went into, got to stage 3 anaphylaxis, which is the beginning of anaphylactic shock. And I show up unconscious, and all they have are like 5 things: latex allergy, coconut allergy, latex root syndrome, ethylene hydrochloride, banana and avocado. I'm probably There's a very good chance I'm gonna have a very difficult time waking up. Let's put it that way. I'll be right back. If you can still hear me, I will maybe you should be able to. This is why I tell people I'm not ADHD. My life is obviously we have a little more time, so let's do this. All right. Here we go. Okay, so I will just listen for the pot or the pot of water to be clear. All right, so yeah, Nene, it's a huge concern for me. Um, I'm live streaming on TikTok too. And one of my community buds is also like, yeah, showing up or being taken to the emergency room and being unconscious when you arrive is like a huge fear for a lot of us with, and they don't even have to be like the weird allergies like I have, because I do think, and I'm not saying this to flex because this is not a flex. This is me going, oh, you know what? Yeah. Um, I'd rather be boring. But I have allergies other people have never heard of. And I have to like know all of them. But that also means that we're going to work on the ethylenediamine dihydrochloride list. So we'll start with that one, and then you can start to put together the gram the cracker trail, the pebble trail, that I've kind of started to mark for myself in the giant forest, so that I could possibly, hopefully, maybe find my way out on the way back, because there's no obvious trail, and I have to figure out. I have to be able to get from point A to point B and point B to point A again. Uh, there and back. Or I have to make sure that, whoever's watching one of my videos, who might have the same allergies that I do, or some of them maybe, like I need to make sure that they know how to find the same information. So that's why I always try to post on, if I'm putting a video on TikTok, I try to repost it to other platforms, because then I can make sure that I can include the source links, the reference links, because the doctors of the ER don't give a damn what I think. Okay, they don't know who I am. They don't care who I am, and I don't matter. What matters is reputable medical sources like NIH and JAMA, PubMed, um, all of that, and the people who are working on trying to keep you alive and keep your allergic reaction from progressing, don't need to be giving you everything that's going to make you react. Hello, Corey. I hope all's well. Okay, this is okay. You know what? I was. This is totally off the wall. Everything I do is off the wall. Let's just go with it. But anyway, I got LASIK when Eliana was a baby, when she was like 10 months old. I got LASIK because she had broken 4 pairs of my glasses. I was 3 points away from being legally blind at the time. And so every pair of glasses costs like $400 minimum, because that was just for like thinning the lens and adding the blue protective whatever on the lenses, because I was looking at a computer all day. And they had to thin them, because if not, I literally would have been walking around with Coke bottle glasses. So I had LASIK, and I think it's been 20 years, and I'm just now starting to need it again. Like, I can't get it again, actually. I'm actually, because I'm allergic to it. I'm allergic to LASIK surgery. Oh my God. All right. Okay. Ethylenediamine dihydrochloride derivative. So far, just so you guys know, I have 225 allergies charted individually. And this is breaking down stuff. Like, I'm trying to go through the list, and the list of like potential cross reactives and alternate names for them. Because I need to make sure, if I get someone like the ER doc I saw, that one hospital, the whole coconut ethyl, that whole thing, the hidden names list, which is huge. That information needs to be able to actually reach them somehow. And You know what I mean? Like, I've even seen doctors peel off latex gloves and like talk about it. Like, it's just in videos on social media. It's my hands are a little bit rashy and a little bit itchy after I have been doing a long surgery. It's probably just putting the powder on the latex gloves and my jaw just hits the floor. Like, everybody thinks hospitals like are latex safe now. They're not. They're not. There's a reason some hospitals have latex allergy wings. Like, literally open the double doors, go through, doors close behind you. That's where people like me go. Um, yeah, they're not. Catheters, some IV tips, syringes. That's why I can't get poked for any kind of illness or virus. Because a lot of vials, let me see if I have one to show you. A lot of vials, this is a different medication, by the way, but a lot of vials, they're sealed with natural rubber latex. And the idea is the one stick rule. You pop the syringe in there, and pull it out, and you get all the medication in one draw. Okay, and the idea behind that theory is you're being exposed to less than two, so the potential for a reaction is reduced as much as possible, or mitigated as much as possible. And granted, there are going to be situations where it's either F around and find out in order to be able to like get care. And I know there's going to be a whole bunch of off the wall stuff with that, but seriously, I have a friend who has spina bifida. That's one of the communities that is more often higher risk. Okay, higher risk for developing or contracting. Is that the right word? Latex allergy is, according to the Allergy and Asthma Network, it is a progressive allergy. So it's repeat exposure that can trigger the allergy and or increase the allergy for those who already have it. Okay, and by increase, I mean like you went from like a Band-Aid rash the first time to now your mouth is tingling when you eat pineapple or bite into an apple, or your scalp's a little itchy when you're using conditioner, or why is your scalp itching after you washed and dried your hair with the brand new fancy shampoo, or the handmade soap, right? Because it's insane. Band-Aids, freaking Band-Aids are a nightmare. The plunger and the syringes are not latex. Frick, really? For all of them? Like for every single one? Nene? Real put in. I love that name. Oh my God. I just had like actual like sensory like memory lane crap happened to my childhood. I can taste that right now. I probably can't actually eat it if you put it in front of me. But that's amazing. So many times I've asked and the box says they aren't. I'm gonna message you later, Nene. I think I can show this, right? Like this is a medical tool that it's prescribed. It's prescribed with my diphenhydramine, because that's how I have to, administer it. I'll explain why in a few, because it's connected to both latex allergy and MCAS. Okay. So I'm dealing with one of these at minimum 4 times a day. So that part. I don't react to contact with those. Actually, it's difficult to say if I do or I don't, because you can have a reaction up to 3 days from exposure, and if it's anaphylactic, it could take up to even 12 hours for it to start, for an allergic reaction to start, literally. Anywhere from literally it's a few minutes to a few hours, and in some cases up to 12 hours for anaphylaxis to actually start the party. And I'm saying that in the most ironic sense, because dark humor is both very Mexican and very fatalistic humor, right? Very Mexican and very laugh or cry, right? It's laugh or cry. All right, give me 1 minute. I am going to run over and check, the water. And then actually, I'm also going to, before I do that, I'm going to open up our Amazon account so that I can check and see the history, because I was told to purchase these. I was prescribed enough for a week, and I was told that by my provider that she only prescribed that much because it would be cheaper for me to buy them online. And that's what we've been doing. Why are you doing that? I don't want to do that. Okay, 1 second. But so yeah, at minimum, I'm handling that 4 times a day. If I'm splitting up my dosage in half to basically stretch the same amount but less and more often, then I'm dealing with one of these in my hands and the plunger touching the medication that is going into my freaking body up to 8 times a day. I'm gonna have to look at that later because it wants me to use my phone to I haven't signed in on Amazon on the laptop in forever. I'll be right back. I know I'm losing people because of this, but I have to feed 2 teenagers. Actually, not a teenager and a young adult. Okay, we're just getting there. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, they may be freaking me out, because now I'm really. I won't know what's starting if I'm reacting to. I will not know if I'm reacting to the medication that I've had, or any other medication that has to be administered that way. I don't have, but take a sound of that. I don't have any other options because I'm literally allergic to every other form of the medication. And actually, and this is actually the biggest of enemies because I'm allergic to every single antihistamine except for, I think, the one that I take that I'm prescribed in the vials, because latex allergy, ethylene diamide hydrochloride, and coconut allergy. All three of those play a part in that business. And they're all connected. It's like, I don't know how, when I was in, I don't even remember, when Kevin Bacon, he's an actor, Footloose, like, father of, I forget her name, but there's an actress who, that's Kevin Bacon's her dad. Anyway, when he was, I don't know, in the 80s, I think, Footloose, right? Just look it up. It's a kind of feel good, don't gotta think too much movie that had a really cool, that's, why did I start that story? If you're watching and subscribe to my channel or are thinking about it, I can only promise you that I'm trying to get put back or prescribed the medication my brain needs to function in a linear fashion like it used to when I was previously on said medication. But I don't know when or if that's going to happen because other conditions need to be medicated also. And there are certain instances where you basically have to choose poison or the cure, or prioritize because both are poison, and you need a cure for both. But which one could potentially, which one could potentially is connected to the potentially worst outcome? That's the one you need to medicate. That's the one I'm going to choose. I'm talking in circles and starting one thing and then finish one halfway. My husband coming home to me like exhausted on the couch because I thought I got all this great work, all these things done, and all I have is like the dishwasher open and the sink empty. But I never started the dishwasher, and there's always a load of clothes in the dryer that waiting to be, or that's waiting to get folded. And I did half of everything. I got so many steps in, and then like, ooh, I gotta do this shiny. So just, everyone always says, authenticity, be your real self online. Y'all, nobody, a lot of people don't want that, because I'm pretty sure the severity of someone with ADHD, and I know this is true for autism, it's not necessarily what your needs are, I think, when it comes to like number per scale for diagnosis. Are you like level 1 autistic? Are you level 2? Are you level 3? Level 1 being like the lowest needs for assistance and services, like but I think a lot of it has to do with honestly, which one is going to annoy and inconvenience other people around you more. Because then that's when they're going to start paying attention. I can guarantee you if I was working in an office or a school, I probably would have been medicated long ago. Because, I put that down medication a long time ago. Because I'd have a bunch of kids going home to like their parents going, hey, guess what? Yeah, we didn't learn any. We learned a lot about Pauline's, allergies, but like we didn't get past that because somebody asked her a question about her allergies. And that's all. And then she completely forgot that we were working on a lesson. Oh, okay. Sweet dreams. Yeah, I will check that, Nene. Just so you know, she just told me that there's a damn good chance that one of my necessary medications, the application tool that is sharp, that I buy on a certain website that delivers with Prime options. She's not aware of any of them, any brands that are latex allergy free when it comes to this portion, the plunger, the plunger. And that's an issue. If I will look on Amazon in a little while after I'm done. Hello, how are you, Sophie? But yeah, there's issues there because hey Nene, there's issues there because latex allergy is progressive. Okay, and not everybody progresses, but a lot of people, enough people do that I don't think it's rare. Okay, and actually, I've been like I said, making up. I've been connecting dots and patterns, and I actually think I know what the actual reason is behind latex allergy, increasing and continuing to increase in numbers. But we'll save that for a different live. Because I need to finish this list because if I end up in the ER, I'm going to need this list done and like basically in my back pocket or my bag or something. I'm going to need to have this with me. All right, so let's go to here. Whoever's hanging out, over here on YouTube, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And how you doing, fam? Because let me tell you, I know that I am a special flavor of ADHD. Okay. All right. So let's see. Hey, Karen and Nene again. How are you? All right. So I'm looking at Contact Dermatitis Institute, and I'm screen sharing on YouTube if you want to watch over there. So you can actually follow along, and I will go in after the live is not live. And I don't know the technical terms. I just do things that I know how to do. But I will go into the description box and I'll add all of my reference links. Okay. So let's see. So this is the Contact Dermatitis Institute, and I typed in for the search, I typed in ethylene tetrachloride, allergy, and I have read this so many times. It's crazy. So ethylene dihydrochloride is a substance that is used to manufacture various drugs, pharmaceutical prescribed medications. Trying to not get knocked for like saying different things that I know like algorithms and platforms don't like, and that one I forgot to filter. Anyway, so ethylene is used as in many prescriptions and industrial compounds. The most common source of allergic reaction to ethylene dihydrochloride is contact with topical antifungal, antibacterial, and cortisone skin cream mixtures, especially those containing nystatin, and it is rarely found in cosmetics and toiletries. Ethylene are one structural class of antihistamines and was used previously as a stabilizing component in topical medicaments such as Mycolog cream. It is not as frequently used in topical skincare products today, and today is not found in Mycolog 2 cream, although it may still be found in some generic nystatin triamcinolone creams. Because you are allergic to ethylene tetrachloride, you may have a general skin reaction to antihistamine drugs. Jesus. All right, fine. All right. Antihistamine medications, OTC or prescribed, used in the treatment of asthma, hay fever, motion sickness, and hives. A variety of industrial products such as epoxy resins. Think Make It Mini kits. Okay. Think artificial nails. Think nail polish. Think press-on nails. Okay. Think bandages. Even if the bandage itself is latex allergy or natural rubber latex free, you cannot create adhesive without ethylene dihydrochloride as a stabilizer in the adhesive that is being used to keep and adhere the bandage to your skin. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to pause. My husband is out of town and he just texted, so give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Pause live. 1 second. Okay, I have to see. Give me a second. Oh, I do not like that. Oh, I can't fix this. Okay. I did not realize that I could not fix that when I was already live. Give me a second. How do I pause this? So I can check with my husband and see how he's doing. 1 second. Awesome. I have no idea. Where is pause? Add. No idea. That's awesome. 1 second. Okay. All right, that was my sign for it. You just send me some pictures. You want authenticity? Here you go. And I'm really, Nene, who? people. Hello, everybody who said hi in the comments, including the 2 people who didn't. That's just comments are comments. That's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna check on the macaroni real quick, and then I'll be right back because this is something that a lot of doctors don't even know about. Okay, ethylene dimethyl chloride is a major issue for allergies, and it's considered rare. To give you a little analogy, most people don't find out that they were insulin resistant for 10 to 20 years until they're diagnosed as diabetic, type 2 diabetic. That's kind of what I think is happening with latex and ethylene diamine dichloride. All right, I'll be right back. I can still talk. Oh, Lord. Hello, Mr. Edie. I was not aware that I was going to be cooking this for them. They sometimes have a teenager and the bestie are like, nope, we got it, and sometimes they're not. And we are all autistic. And I know that my teenager is currently passing to see somebody like it's her job, her body's job to be completely totally miserable. Because she didn't fall asleep until 12:30 p.m. today. Literally, for 8 hours because it means that for her it was thinking 2 hours, which is make it impossible to sleep. And you don't even realize why until the next day or something like that. Like it's not like, oh, my hand, the pot on the stove is hot because I turned on the flame, right? I am actively cooking. I burned my hand because I touched, because I reached for the cookie tray in the oven when I was baking cookies without putting an oven mitt on. There's a clear why, but and a clear why. Not necessarily the same for everything else. So you don't know. It's always an after the fact. Oh, okay, I have to figure it out, But she reacts to my hormones, I react to hers. We react to our own also, but the point being is we react also to each other's cycles. So that's possible, just so you know. Alright. I'll be coming right back. Anybody who's hanging out, thank you for waiting. Anybody who needs to go to bed or not listening to me make macaroni when I was making, because I honestly should have asked when we got home, because Bestie lives 2 hours away, so I drive an hour, and Bestie's parents drive her an hour, and we meet halfway. And today, I knew already that both girls were going to have a higher needs day because hormones, because mast cell activation, because autism, because sensory overload. So if the case were otherwise, I'd be like, you can make it yourself. But I know what they're going through right now, and they both. Not. Let's just say this is. I cook. I do what I need to do when I know I need to do it. Okay. Because there are days where certain needs are higher than others. All right. Let's see. All right. Now, we're talking about, we are on, where's the one that the one that I'm sharing? That page. Here we go. Sorry, here we go. Here we go. All right. Ethylene dihydrochloride. All right. So, yeah, 1 second. Now I'm texting my daughter back. Okay. Hi. I swear to God. I could have sat down 2 hours ago or 2 hours from now, and the exact same thing would have happened. It's how.
What is the status on the Mac?
It is cooling off on the counter in a bowl. And there's 2 bowls next to it and 2 forks, and it is ready to go.
And I'm about to rip your throat out for not telling us.
I literally just sat down, and Eliana just texted. Okay.
Because if that is not piping hot, it is trash.
It is. It should actually be too hot to put in your mouth right now. I literally, like, don't put your hand over the front left like burner, because that's still gonna. There'd be a hospital trip.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Yoel, it's ready. Fresh off the presses.
See, if you weren't familiar, like, with Eliana and tone and everything, like, I know it's the what, not the how, right? You know what I'm saying? It's what is said, not how it's said. And communication is different for us. It's almost like, I don't know. Let's just say that I know I'm raising a child who doesn't necessarily have to mask, right? In as many situations as I used to have to, or still do. All right. So what ethylene? We were talking about. It's usually found in. Okay, it's usually not found in nystatin now. All right, because of the.
Very small spoon to dish this up with.
Oh, you can get the hand or a bigger hand.
Oh, that was just kind of an offhanded comment.
Yeah, I completely forgot. I actually was going to grab a serving spoon and I forgot. Okay, so bottom line right here is ethylene dichloride. Hello, Sarah.
There's already forks over here.
Ethylene dichloride. It's supposed to be. It's listed as a contact dermatitis allergy. And I believe that's what is. If it's a contact dermatitis allergy, I want to know why medications are like on the list that contain it, and why I react to, like, if I'm put on hydroxyzine, for example, I can't take that because I could maybe take it for like 1 second. If it was an emergency and that's all there was in the house, I could take it for like 1 or 2 days, and then I'm going to get a hellfire rash on my bra, on my rib cage, that is going to extend down like the side of my torso, and wearing a bra is going to be impossible. Like any kind, because it's happened. I'm pretty sure that's not just a contact dermatitis allergy. I think it can start out that way, and I think it also can potentially progress, is basically where I'm at with that. So it's also found in coolant oils, fungicides, dyes, all of them, hair dye, nail polish. My collagen is not happy with me right now. I cannot believe I just said that sentence. My connective tissues are angry. 1 second.
Yeah, you can have that.
Huh?
I was talking to.
Oh, okay, you're fine. Yeah, that's fine. Mother frick. I don't know how to explain it, but one of my EDS others down those symptoms, I used to think it was just like, I don't even know. I just knew it was connected to hormones, but like my gums, I'm aware of my teeth. My gums hurt. My teeth feel like they aren't actually loose. But like I don't even. All I can say is right now, like I actually, it's just is this a sensory awareness?
This is a mass text. Does anyone know where I am?
I love it. I become very aware of connective tissues, and like my skin, and places that my ears are super flat. I'm always wearing a headband, even if I have a hat or a wig on, and I'm always wearing. That's really floppy, and I'm always wearing very, very light earrings. I can't wear heavy earrings, and I have to be careful with my glasses. That's the reason I have a headband on, because my collagen can't hold glasses anymore. My connective tissue does not hold glasses up there. So this is basically my kickstand for my glasses. All right. So because that's connected and triggered by my mast cell activation. So like everything, and latex allergy any kind of allergic reaction can kick off an MCAS flare, and MCAS flare can therefore turn around and say, hi, chicken or egg, and then make the MCAS flare, the allergic reaction, worse because they keep on feeding off each other. So like, yeah, it's a party nobody wants to invite to. All right. So how can you avoid contact with ethylene diamide chloride? First of all, good luck. But you have a better chance the more you know, right? So I'm adding the link to the description box when I go in to edit afterwards. And by edit, I mean add the description. I am 2 ADHD and not medicated enough to sit down and go through and cut out all the weird parts. So take me as I am, or do the research yourself. Because you either find me adorable, quirky, and hilarious, or completely and totally annoying, and that's fine. So I'm trying to just share what I learn, and sometimes it's served kind of messy. I wouldn't be plating the food at a restaurant, but I could bring it out to you. I did get 2 bags of the potato chips. They're
Yeah, I know.
okay. All right.
I saw them on the counter. I saw you put them in the pantry.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
And I also saw them when I had to get out the powder for my drink.
Gotcha. Okay. So how can you avoid it? Well, here's the first list of things you need to avoid. And this, honestly, I'm going to recommend if you are able. It would make more sense if you could watch this on YouTube. If you're watching on TikTok right now, because I'm screen sharing and I am not going to spell out every single one of these names. But here are a few names under which, just a few. This is much longer. Hey, Crystal and Linda, how are you? Nene. Okay, so 1,2 diaminoethane dihydrochloride. 1,2 hyphen ethanodiamine dihydrochloride, CCRIS 8579. Chlorethylene dimethylenediamine dihydrochloride. Dimethylenediamine dihydrochloride. EINECS 206-369-6. I'm not kidding. This is actually, you have to avoid products that contain any of these, according to the Contact Dermatitis Institute, because they are other names or cross reactives. There's enough ethylenediamine dihydrochloride in this. These are the ones that are named specifically right here to cause a reaction, potentially. NSC 163962. Also not kidding. That's actually right here. Right. And the last one in this particular portion of the article is ethylenediamine. Wait a minute. Ethylenediammonium dichloride. Right? So what are some products that might contain ethylenediamine dihydrochloride? Yeah. Okay, let's get ready for some fun here. And I already have this copied and pasted into my Google Drive, my document. But here are the...
No, you're not getting more food.
Get over here. Get over here. Come on. Okay. All right. Accelerator and color development baths in photography. So if you're doing old school photography, because you're fancy, I took a photography class in college because I knew I was going into journalism, and I knew that for smaller newspapers, I'd probably be taking my own photographs every now and then, and I was right. But yeah, I can't do that now. There is no me developing like vintage film. Okay. Anti-motion sickness medications, antipsychotics, because they contain potential cross reactors. Binders for printing inks. Bleach activators. Coolant oils. Curing agents in epoxy resins and coatings. Yeah. Electrophoretic gels. Every time I go through this list, either during a video or after, I'm like, oh my God, right? Because electrophoretic gels, we will look that up in a minute. Actually, no, we're going to do that right now. Give me a second. 1 second. Am I covering? No. Okay. Electrophoretic gels. That's the whole point of this, right? Me learning, you learning with, while I put together the list of things I've reacted to. I'm going to react to. Because not everybody with latex allergy or I'm going to put it this way. When I get to the latex allergy portion of the show, and that's probably going to be a different stream, not everything on the list is going to be something that you have to avoid. But there's going to be, for some people, there might be only one or two. maybe you're only allergic to actual latex right now. So like balloons, dental dams, and protection, perhaps. You can go to a child's, birthday party as long as you know they have helium balloons. You don't have to stay high, in the hotel with, the dogs while your husband goes to a birthday party for your 3-year-old nephew, because it's at a public place and there's going to be latex glitter everywhere. So what are electrophoretic gels? Shop electrophoresis gel. Okay. Let's see what this is. Ow. Wow, this stuff's expensive. Scientific mini gel electrophoresis system with power supply and timer for $400. Oh, quick, everybody run. They only have 6 left in stock, so you need to order soon. What the hell did you do with this? Everything includes, oh, a second. Share this tab instead. It includes everything you need to run a gel electrophoresis migration tank, power supply, 2 gel casting strands, 6 trays, and 4 combs. Perfect for classrooms and small labs. Okay, so basically, I wouldn't have to worry about this, and you don't have to worry about this unless you're like taking like over and above like the required science classes for credit for like a bachelor's, perhaps. Or if you're like an intern and because you went into like science. Yeah. This is okay. So it's a compact, easy to use, quickly to separate. Oh, it's for separate. Okay, yeah. Well, this is like high low. Like this is the system. This is the thing you use if for some reason you get the urge to quickly separate DNA, nucleic acids, or proteins in agarose mini gels. Okay, yeah, I don't have to worry about that. That's not going on the list. Cool. Okay, see? Something positive, something I don't have to worry about. Isn't that nice? Okay, so now we're going to go back over here and we are going to find the next. Here we go. There. Okay, share. 1 second. Here we go. Wait, that's not. Oh, needs to stop. My connective tissues are not behaving. All right, let's look at this one. Okay. Okay, so, and I apologize for if you're watching on YouTube, I apologize. I did not realize that the view was going to cut off. Like, I thought everything was gonna like realign to like match and fit. Let's see if this helps. Because I did the whole no, it didn't do that damn thing. All right, so I try to make it smaller, like but it won't work that way. It will not work that way. Raid the cool. Yo, I subbed and never give up, okay? You got it. Thank you. Okay. So I have a question. I'm thinking I might need to actually end the one on YouTube, the stream on YouTube, and restart it because part of the reason, a good 50% of the reason that I'm doing this on both platforms is so while we're doing while I'm actually learning what I need to put on my list of allergens, I'm also allowing and bringing you into the research portion so that you can see and see the screen share. 1 second. I have to be careful with how often. Let me put it this way. I'm not buying OTC Benadryl, store brand kind of stuff. I am buying I'm buying boxes. I'm paying for a prescription that contains a month's worth of vials that need to be punctured with a slightly sharp object that is usually involved in children going to the doctor, starting a new school season, new school year, and lollipops and stickers to make them feel better after. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you can like the medical device. These. Okay, yeah. Anyway, oh, mother of God. Okay, so I'm getting 1 second because my histamine. This happens every night. Yeah, that would be okay. I will get back to this in 1 second because 1 second. Find a spot that is not going to make me cry. Okay, one thing that I would recommend is when it comes to auto injectors, because there's the EpiPen brand, and then there's epinephrine auto injectors, which covers the entire category of these, whatever brand it might be, or manufacturer. This is the generic for Adrenaclick. Does not come with testers, with like a practice test pen. That brand name Epi, I believe, is the one that comes with the practice pen. So one thing that you need to be careful of when you're going to when you epi yourself, which I have to do way more than I would like, but hey, it doesn't make me wait. I have severe ADHD. I could drink an entire pot of coffee right now, and with added espresso shots, and then down a Red Bull if I wasn't allergic to like all of them, and I could still go to sleep the second my head hits the pillow. Anyway, I tend to, and it's hard because you need to make sure you're like alternating like injection site if it's a regular thing. But you have to, it's outer thigh, right? So I try to alternate thigh, right? Problem is, usually when I'm going on my non-dominant side, this is going to take a minute. Right now, I'm waiting for my throat to, it's like right here. It feels like I just finished drinking or taking a sip of tea that I took a huge gulp of that was too hot. Or think of that first bite of like fresh from the oven, like pizza from like the best Italian joint that like everybody in there, everybody goes to, the mom and pop shop, and taking a bite of steaming hot, fresh out of the oven pizza, which I am missing severely right now for some reason. And the cheese, like you're like, oh damn, right? I should have waited a few more minutes, that kind of thing. And I had acid reflux coming, like that was making my exacerbating everything. And the beginning, anxiety attack, impending doom, all of that stuff. I've learned that if it's just anxiety for me, it doesn't come with physical, or a panic attack, it doesn't come with physical symptoms. And medication's not going to bring it under control if it's just anxiety. So I'm not being dismissive when I say just anxiety. I'm just trying to differentiate. Okay. Anyway, give me 1 second. I'm going to end the stream. And y'all, who I think, yeah, I have 2 people. Cool. I'm going to end this stream and I am going to start a new one with the full view so that you're not having to like imagine what like the chopped off sides of the words actually are, because I did not realize that the mobile option doesn't actually optimize for when you switch to that option on the view. Like I no idea. So I'm going to stop sharing now. I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to start up a new one in just a second. Here, let me copy the title and I will part 2. Right, save. I can. I'm okay. All right. See you in a minute. Please join me on the new stream. I'm gonna start one in just a minute.